up, people? Happy Monday. It's the beginning of the week. Um, Today's episode wasn't all that, but it wasn't that bad. Um, where do I start? I'm just gonna get Michael and Nell out the way. I I don't know what the fuck the writers think that they're doing with this. I don't even know the direction this storyline is taking. Like, who is Nell? Where does she come from? Who she's related to? Who's her dad? Who's her mom? Who's this? Who's that? We don't know shit. It's been months. We don't know shit. And now she's cozying up to Michael. And I'm shocked at Michael. Has When was the last time he ever mentioned Sabrina's name? It's like he forgot all about her. Like, Sabrina who? Basically is what that is. And I find it deplorable. I mean, I know some people didn't like the whole Sabrina character, but she's cool. I like the character. I used to like the character before she departed. Um, but I just don't know where the writers are going with this, and that's what I'm frustrated about. I'm like, where is this going? Who's this chick? Who's her parents? Who's her relation? Who's she related to on the show? Who's she? It's like it's a big ass game of Clue. Is pretty much what this is. It's like Clue. You gotta figure it out. But they're taking their precious ass time figuring this thing out, and it's getting rather annoying and tedious. Um, Sunny. Sonny was getting on my nerves today, as he always does. Jason and Sam came over basically to tell him, update him on the case. So as soon as Sam excuses herself, Sonny takes it upon himself to basically, he takes it upon himself to proposition Jason into coming back into the Corinthos organization. You already know how I feel about it. I feel like that would be the dumbest shit possible, and I feel like that's stupid, and Jason shouldn't do it, and I'm glad he turned him down again. Um, the reason I'm happy about it is because Jason has a new lease on life. You know, when he originally died, quote unquote, and then he came back. This is his second chance at life. You know what I mean? Like, this is a whole new ball game for him, and I feel like he should use this wisely. I could see him helping Sonny out in certain instances sometime, from time to time, but getting back into the mob as an enforcer, I would advise not to do it. Don't do it. You know, because I feel like Sonny needs to stand on his own 2 feet like he used to do before Jason even joined the organization. He needs to just find a new enforcer or start killing people himself. Do what you got to do. But I feel like Jason is better suited away from the Corinthos organization. That's where I feel he's better. He should stay away from that mob shit. Um, and I feel like Sonny's being selfish. Like, he knows Jason got two other kids. He got a baby on the way, and here you go want him to put his life at risk yet again for you. I feel like that's selfish of Sonny to even have the gall to even ask him to come back. I feel like that's stupid, and it shows how selfish he is. Um, and then Sonny gets a visit from um what's his face, Griffin. See, when a person ain't on the show in so long, it's like I forget who the fuck they are for a minute. And of course, Sonny unloads himself on Griffin. Poor choice of words. He unburdens himself on Griffin. Um, about the whole Nell situation. Sonny need to just tell Carly the fucking truth. He doesn't even remember sleeping with her, so who's to say he actually did? We all know he didn't, but he doesn't even remember it. He doesn't even know what happened. I feel like he need to just tell her, instead of just suffering in silence, so to speak. I feel like that's stupid as fuck. You might as well just tell her the truth and let the fucking chips fall where they may and get over it. All this walking around the house self pity bullshit is rather annoying and it makes for boring TV. Telling her the truth can create drama because we all know how Carly is. You already know it's gonna be some furniture moving around that motherfucker because you know how she is. Um, So now Julian wants to get a fucking backbone against Rudge and the mystery boss, aka Olivia Jerome. I'm assuming it's Olivia. So he basically bucks up at Rudge and tells him, he's not going to do their bidding anymore. He's going to tell Alexis and Sam and Lucas, he's going to tell all of them the truth about what the fuck's been going on for the past year, and hope that they forgive him. But of course, Rudge wants to send Julian a message. And of course, that's going to be through his family. So that's when Olivia later on gets a phone call from Ned telling her that something's wrong with Leo. My guess is somebody probably poisoned him or did something to the poor boy. Um, like I said before, a few days ago, I don't take Julian seriously as a mob boss. I really don't. I don't take him seriously. He's not threatening in any way. He doesn't intimidate. He doesn't have that intimidation factor. He really doesn't. He's like a cartoon character. He really doesn't scare the shit out of anybody at all. Um, how do you all how would you all rate Blake Barris's performance today as the acting Spinelli? I think for me, it was something different, of course, and we all knew it would be, but I think he did a good job overall. Was it perfect? No, but I think he did a good job, and I give him props for that. I think he definitely did a good job as playing Spinelli. Like I said, it wasn't perfect, but on short notice, he did a really good job. Because mind you, it really was short notice because he had to film very quickly, so he didn't get everything down pat. You know what I'm saying? All the Spinelli lingo and maneuvers, but he did a good job. He did a really good job filling in for him. He really did. Um, I always loved the Spinelli Maxi scenes, because Spinelli always kind of, in a weird way, he always puts things into perspective for Maxi, because Maxi was ready to just run, and give Nathan his time alone. But I think it was a good idea of Nathan to, give her a surprise wedding and Robin and all them were there. Um, it was cool. Do I think that they should get married? No. Personally, no. I don't think Maxi and Nathan have a spark. I don't see the sparks. I really don't. But it was good to see, Felicia, Robin. I even liked the scenes between Nathan and Dante where Nathan was telling Dante that he's kind of like his brother, best friend. That was a cool moment. But I knew that waiter in the beginning of the episode that Olivia stopped. I knew he was working with Rudge and them. I knew he was shifty. I knew it. I knew it. I had a feeling he was shifty. I knew he was a shady bastard. I knew it. I knew he was working for somebody, but I had a feeling it was Rudge. Um, hopefully Leo is okay. Hopefully, but my guess is I don't think they're gonna kill the kid. I think they just want to scare the living shit out of Julian. And before Julian could tell Sam and Jason the truth, I think that's when Ned is gonna come in with Leo and interrupt the whole thing. So he's probably gonna reconsider again about telling his family the truth. You know how the show do. Um, Curtis, Curtis. How many times do I have to say this? And Curtis, being a smart, semi-smart person, should know this. 911 is a joke, especially in Port Charles. 911 is a fucking joke. Why would you even attempt to entertain the idea of handing Buzz over to the police? Why? So his bright idea was to come up with a compromise. Have Jordan meet Buzz at a location outside the PCPD. I still think that's stupid. I still think that's stupid. I would not trust the PCPD or Jordan to cut my grass. I'm just saying. Why would you trust them with a key witness in a crime? Why would you trust them with that information? Why? They ain't gonna do nothing but fuck it up. So why would you trust them? That's beyond stupid to me. I'm just saying. Um, Jordan, in my opinion, she's a bitch, basically. Pardon my French, but she is. She has this superior attitude, and she's self-righteous on her high horse, and I can't stand that shit. But anyway, it was a decent episode. I am willing to bet that this Maxie and Nathan wedding will not happen. I'm willing to bet you on that. I'm willing to bet my last dollar it won't happen. I know it won't. I have a funny feeling about this thing. It's like intuition. I know it won't happen. They're like a mismatch. And I keep reading the blogs and stuff, trying to see if Nathan is ever gonna get fired from the job from to ever see if Ryan Pavey is gonna be let go from the show. I mean, he's cool on the show, but I just don't see him with Maxie. They need to try to bring somebody new in for him because I really don't see him in Maxie. Honestly, I'm just saying. But anyway, I hope all you have a great day. See you all tomorrow. Have a great day.